We're going to start seated, cross-legged on the mat with our torso straight and the crown of our head to the sky. If it feels more comfortable, you can take a block or a brick and place it underneath your sitting bones to elevate your hips. Once you've found the cross-legged position, bring your hands to your thighs, press them down gently just to bring some grounding to the body. And then close your eyes and take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let go. This time round, we're going to close our eyes and breathe in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. And we're going to count to 3 as we inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to count to 5. So imagine your torso is a cup, an empty cup of water, and you are filling it up in thirds, so belly, chest, and clavicles. Let's try it together. So inhale, 1/3 into your belly. Feel the breath rise up towards your chest, your heart center, the 2/3. Sip in a little bit more air so it reaches the back of your throat. And then exhale out the nostrils for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to switch the crossing of the legs. Whichever leg was in front, just change it so that you've got the other leg in front now. And we're just going to start by making some very gentle cat-cows. We're going to inhale, arch the back, draw the shoulder blades together as you bring your chest towards the sky. Exhale, roll back onto your pelvis, round the spine, chin to chest. So inhale, lift the chest towards the sky, arching the back. Exhale, round and curve, chin to chest. Inhale to your back bend. And exhaling as you round the spine. Keep going very gently this morning. Waking up your body slowly. Inhaling as we lift. And exhaling as we round and curve. Take a deep inhale and come back to neutral spine. You're going to walk your right hand out to the right side, or the top of the mat rather. Walk it out as far as it will go without losing the integrity of your sitting bones. So your sitting bones are on the ground. You can be on your fingertips or have your hand planted. As you inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale to lean a tad over towards the right side. Go as far as your body allows. There should be no pain. It should feel like a nice, yummy stretch. So inhale as we lift, and exhale as we bend a little bit more. And again, inhale as we lift. Think about reaching for something, and then exhale as you bend. Inhale to come up, and take it on the other side. So walking your left fingers out towards the top of your mat. You're going to inhale, reach the right arm up, and exhale to lean over towards the left, keeping the sitting bones grounded. Inhale to reach. Exhale, maybe you bend a tad more. Inhale to reach, lifting the chest, and then exhale to bend a little bit more. Inhale to come up. Take your hands behind your back, maybe onto your fingertips, draw the shoulder blades together for a gentle back bend. As you inhale, lift the chest towards the sky. Keep your neck in a neutral position. Try not to extend it too far back. Just keep the shoulder blades drawing in and the chest is lifting towards the sky. Breathing into the thoracic spine here. And then very gently come into neutral. Bring our hands in front of us and come into child's pose. So that's, your hands will be on the mat, your knees will be as wide as the mat, if not wider, and your big toes are touching. Push the sitting bones back towards your heels and allow your arms to reach out and let the forearms rest on the mat, and eventually your forehead can come down onto the mat as well. If this doesn't feel so good, you can always use a block underneath the forehead, or you can stack the forearms and bring your forehead to your forearms. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With every exhale, see if you can sink your hips deeper towards your heels. See if you can melt your forehead further into the mat. And then we're gently going to start to rock side to side. So start with your forehead, just rocking your forehead to the left and then to the right, very slowly. And then we're going to lift the head off the mat, and we're going to be on our forearms. We're going to rock our whole body weight to the right side, and then like a pendulum, really slowly to the left side. Rocking over to the right, leaning your body weight over to your right hips, your right forearm, and then all the way over to the left forearm and the left hips. Then you're going to lift the forearms up the mat. Maybe you come onto your fingertips here if that feels good. You're going to just make deeper swings now. So right hip, feel the weight as you breathe into the right hip. Feel the tension. And then into the left. And then we're going to swim it round. So transferring your weight from your right hip to your right wrist, then to your left wrist. Then pushing back onto your left hip and then onto your right hip. Keep going. Keep the gaze looking down so there's no pressure on your neck. And go at a pace that feels good for your body today. Inhaling as we swim it round. Exhale as we push back. And once you've done a few times clockwise, then go ahead and take it anti-clockwise. Really taking care to give each part of our body, each side of our hips and our wrists, all the attention as we breathe into each space. Waking the body up really gently and slowly. And then find your way up into tabletop position with the wrists directly below your hands and all of the fingers and thumbs spread evenly apart with your knees below your hips. We're going to go into the traditional cat-cow position here. So you're going to arch your back, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the chest, look forward, and then exhale. Think of an angry cat here as you push the mat away from you, round the spine, chin to chest. Again, dropping the belly, inhale, arch the spine, look forward. Exhale, push everything away from you, round the spine, chin to chest. One more, just like that, dropping the belly. Imagine you're pulling your heart through the gateway of the arms, really lifting it forward, looking forward, and then exhale, pushing the mat far away from you as you round the spine. So come into neutral spine here, and you're going to come back into a sort of a child's pose, bringing your hips back towards your heels, but keeping the left hand rooted onto the mat. You're going to push yourself back, and as you do so, you're going to lift your right arm up. Inhale, draw a semicircle. Exhale, bring it back. So inhale, sweep the right arm up, drawing a semicircle. Exhale, bring it back. Again, inhale, sweep the arm up, bring it round. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, sweep the arm up, bring it all the way around, and exhale, bring it back. One more, inhale, reaching up, holding it here. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the hand down. And we're going to go into the Vinyasa tiger pose. So there's options here. If you are a complete beginner, you can have your hands exactly as they are underneath your wrists, both grounded. And you can tuck your right toes behind you as you bend the left knee and lift the left knee off the mat. And this is option 1 for Vinyasa. You want to think about having a back bend here, so maybe arching the spine a little bit more. And if you want more of a challenge, then focus on something directly in front of you so that you find your gaze. Lift your right hand off the mat and gently swirl it round and reach for your left foot, toes, or ankle. So you can have the knee very close to the ground. Think about stability over flexibility. You want a strong foundation. If you have that foundation, you can go ahead and play with your range of motion here by maybe kicking the foot slightly higher to make a deeper back bend. As you lift the chest, look forward. 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, very gently, lower the knee down, no slingshotting. Release the knee, and then come back into wide-kneed child's pose. And exactly like we did before, we're going to start to slowly transfer the weight left and right. And then eventually we're going to lift our forehead off the mat and then draw some circles, maybe grounding the forearms, or if you wish, take the forearms up and then transferring the weight, making big circles. Maybe you come onto your fingertips, make the circles really expansive. If you want to go ahead and add a little head roll or spinal wave here, then go ahead and do so. Taking up space, almost like you're giving your hips some fresh oxygen, breathing into these spaces, especially after we've just gotten out of bed or we've been sitting down all day. This is really good medicine for the body. And then we're going to ground the right hand, take the left hand behind us, and as we inhale, sweep up, draw a semicircle with the left hand, opening the side body. Exhale, push back. So inhale, reach up with the left hand. Exhale, push back. Inhale, reach up with the left hand, and exhale, push back. A couple more times. Inhale, reach in. Exhale, bring it back. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Reach a bit higher. And then exhale, bring the left hand down. Find your way into that tabletop position. And the Vinyasa tiger pose on the other side now. So this time round, you might prefer to have your left toes tucked. And you can bend the right knee and raise the foot off the mat. Find your balance. Maybe you're staring at the top of your mat, or maybe you're staring ahead of you. And if you wanted to go for a bit more of a balance challenge, then lift your left hand off the mat and gently swim it round and grab whatever you can, your toes, the sole of your foot, the ankle. Once you have your stability, you can work on maybe lifting that leg slightly higher and creating a deeper arch in the spine. 3 breaths here. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling. And inhale, slightly lift the foot, and then exhale gently, mindfully, bring it back down to the mat. Coming back into a very short child's pose. And then we're going to swim it round. Left wrist, right hip, left hip, taking it the other direction until eventually we find ourselves into a tabletop position. Just walk ourselves on all fours slightly further back of our yoga mat. We're going to set ourselves up for puppy pose or melting heart pose. This is a lovely back bend that can really stretch out the spine. So you can make sure that your knees are hip width distance and your hips are directly above your knees, and then you're going to reach your hands out in front of you. Slowly but surely bring your forearms down to the mat, and you can bring your forehead onto the mat here. Some people might find that they can bring their chin to the mat or their lips towards the mat as if they're kissing the mat. And some people might find it beneficial to bring yourself onto your fingertips to increase the stretch. Listen to what your body is asking for and breathe here. You want to think about opposite energies. Your fingers are reaching towards the top of your mat. At the same time, your hips are reaching towards your ankles. So you're really stretching out the spine here. Think about melting your heart into the mat with every exhale. And then we're going to inhale, press into our forearms as we bring our weight forward, coming down into Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx pose, you want to just grab opposite elbow, ensuring that the elbows are beneath the shoulders. Press the forearms into the mat, lift the chest and look forward. Again, keep your gaze kind of neutral, so no hyperextending of the neck. Just keep the neck looking forward, but your pelvis is sinking into the mat. At the same time, your heart is lifting up towards the sky. So you should feel a nice compression in your lower back. If it's too much of a compression, then walk your forearms slightly further forward. If you want more of a back bend, then walk your forearms towards your ribs, pressing into the mat, lifting the chest, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, and then exhale, come all the way down. Take your hands maybe to the far edges of the mat or slightly off the mat. Come into spider cobra. So isolated cobras. The backs of your feet are pressed into the mat. Your forehead nestles into the mat, and you're going to lift your chest up as you inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, peel the chest. Baby cobra. Exhale, the head comes down last. Inhale, lift up, maybe a little bit higher this time, and then exhale, come down. Keeping the hands where they are, you're going to bend the right knee so it's in line with your right hip. And we're going to take some isolated cobras here in this half frog position. So we're going to inhale, peel the chest off the mat. Exhale, bring the forehead down. Inhale, lift the chest, bring your gaze up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding down. Bring your left cheek or temple to the mat, keeping your right elbow where it is and your right wrist where it is. Then take the left hand out to the side, and with your right leg, you're going to step it behind you. So you're coming into a really lovely thoracic twist. Taking a deep inhale and exhaling into the sensation you feel in your upper back. Keep your head grounded, your left ear or cheek or temple nice and secure on the mat. And think about pushing that right knee further away from you with every exhale to deepen the twist. One more breath here. And then as we exhale, come back onto our belly. And same thing on the other side. So bend the left elbow once again. And bend the left knee so it is parallel with the left hip. And isolating frog cobras. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it down. And then you're going to keep your left hand where it is, left elbow where it is. Bring your right temple or cheek to the mat and take your right arm out to the left. Flip it over. So the same thing but on the opposite side, and you should feel the sensation in your thoracic spine and your upper back as you inhale and exhale into the twist. Inhale, think about sending that left knee further away from you. And then coming back onto your belly, bringing your hands just directly under your shoulders, pressing the palms into the mat as you lift yourself up into a high cobra, and then pushing yourself back into child's pose. And just take a moment here. If you want to stay in child's pose for a bit longer, then you can. If you want to do a little bit more with me, then we're going to rock to the side, to the left, and then to the right. And as we've done previously, we're going to swim ourselves around, making circles, making them small, making them really expansive, whatever you feel like doing as you come up into the tabletop position once again. So here we're going to find our way into the cow position. So that is dropping the belly, arching the spine, looking forward and drawing the shoulder blades together. Then we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to hover the knees off the mat. And then we're going to send our hips up and back towards the sky. So if you're looking at me, you can see now that my knees are bent a lot, but there is a back bend in my upper body, which is exactly what we're looking for in downward dog. So you can open your hands out a little bit wider, have the index finger and thumb almost pressing deeply into the mat so that the wrists aren't carrying all of the weight, and have your fingers facing the opposite corners of the mat. And maybe you step your feet back a little bit more, but keep that back bend in the chest. That means bending the knees. That means if the heels are lifted, that's fine. You're going to inhale, push the hips up and back, gaze back towards the thighs. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Once again, inhale, lift. the hips up towards the sky. Exhale, release. We're going to inhale onto our tiptoes. Exhale, bring the ankles to the left side of the mat, and then bend one knee, and then bend the other. And then inhale, coming up onto the tiptoes once again. Send the ankles to the right side of the mat, bending one knee, and then the other. Then coming back onto the tiptoes, inhale, exhale. Think about bringing the heels towards the mat. They don't have to touch the mat, but think about energetically, you're sending them in that direction. And you're going to bend the knees a lot, look between the hands, and take lots of baby steps towards the top of your mat. And once you get there, keeping the knees nice and relaxed and bent, going to inhale, allow your belly to drape over your thighs and come into a really gentle forward fold. So we're not too heavy on the hamstrings here, nice and gentle, waking up the body. Maybe we nod our head yes, we shake our head no. So any negative thoughts that we've woken up with this morning, we can just imagine them falling out of our head onto the floor to be blown away. Maybe release the arms, swing them forwards and back. Maybe dangle to the left and the right, ragdoll. You can grab opposite elbow here. And play with your balance. Maybe transfer the weight towards the balls of your feet. And then to the heels, maybe to the sides. Keeping the neck completely relaxed. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. You can use blocks here, or you can bring your hands onto your thighs, bring your hands onto your shins, and maybe they come to the ground. But you want to think about having a back bend in the chest. So if someone were to put a book on your back and then on the middle part of your back, it would stay balanced. So you want to have that back bend. That means drawing the shoulder blades together. That means looking forward, and it means sending the weight towards the balls of your feet. So you're going to really feel that stretch in your hamstring. We're going to stay here in halfway lift for a couple more breaths. In traditional Vinyasa classes, we tend to do this one breath per movement, but as this is a beginner class and a gentle class, we're going to hover here a little bit longer. One more inhale, and then as you exhale, bend the knees and let the belly fall down onto the mat. Enjoying that nice fold. Keeping your hands either side of your feet, you're going to step the right foot back behind you, drop the right knee, and have the left knee directly above the left ankle. You're going to squeeze the thighs together for stability as you bring yourself up into Anjalayasana, low lunge. So here you can have your hands on your hips for stability, or you can bring your hands to the center. Or maybe you lift the arms up as you inhale, exhale, sink a little bit deep. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, bring the hands down. And then we're going to step back into high plank. Inhale, push the mat away from you like we did in our cat-cows earlier. Then exhale, tip forward onto the toes, drop the knees, drop the chest, the chin, bring the elbows into your ribs as you come down into baby cobra or cobra as you lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down and step back into downward facing dog. You're gonna lift the right leg gently, not too high, but gently off the mat. Exhale, knee to nose. Think about pushing the mat away from you. Think about angry cat pose. And then step the right foot in between the hands. If you need to help yourself, you can always guide the right foot with your right hand. Drop the left knee, squeeze the thighs together as you lift the arms up. If you're taking this variation of Anjalayasana, squeeze the thighs. Think about bringing your right hip back, left hip forward. And then bring the hands down, look forward, gaze forward as you transfer your weight onto your right foot, making yourself very light on your left toes, stepping up into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway, this time one breath per movement. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, lift the arms, take up lots of space here. Exhale, bring the hands down into prayer pose at your heart center. We're going to repeat that exact salutation on the opposite side now. Keep with distance, and then we're going to inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades together. Keep your gaze forward. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees and drop the belly. Bring the hands either side of your feet as you take the left foot back now. Drop the left knee, squeeze the thighs together as you rise up and take your version of low lunge. So inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back into high plank. Think about pushing the mat away from you. Exhale, knees drop down, chest, chin. Slither through into cobra as you lift. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. One-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And bring the left foot between the hands, dropping the right knee. Squeeze the thighs together as you lift the arms for your low lunge. One big inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down, look forward, gaze forward. Transfer your weight onto your left foot. Get really nice and light on your right toes. And then step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Gentle back bend. And then exhale, bring all that energy down to your heart center. Hopefully you are starting to wake up a little bit now. We're going to add on to this flow, still keeping it beginner friendly, but giving ourselves a bit more energy and opening up different parts of the body. So when you're ready, we're going to lift the arms, inhaling. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, one breath, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, step the right foot behind you, drop the knee. Squeeze the thighs as you rise up into your version of low lunge. And then we're going to exhale, drop the hands. You're going to heel toe the left foot to the outer edge of the mat, coming into lizard pose. So option is to have your hands on the mat, or you can place hands on blocks. If you want a tiny bit more of a sensation, you can lift that back knee up for more of an active lizard. Inhale. And you're going to walk that left foot back in towards your mat, towards the center of your mat. Keep your left hand where it is as you lift the back knee, if it's not lifted already, and pivot your back foot so it's parallel to the short side of your yoga mat, stepping up into warrior two. So lifting the arms up, cartwheel them up, and find your warrior two. Inhale, lift the arms, strong arms here. Exhale, gazing at your middle finger, and maybe bend the knee slightly deeper into your warrior two. Inhale and exhale. Try to relax the shoulders here, but keep engagement in the arms. You're going to inhale, flip the left wrist and sweep it back. Inhaling for reverse warrior. Exhale into your reverse warrior. Inhale to come up into side angle pose. So your left forearm can be on your left thigh. And you want to think about having your chest towards the sky. So we're not caving forward, we're opening up our chest towards the sky. Maybe you have a block beneath you, or maybe you bring your left hand down beneath you. Lifting your right arm up to the sky. Maybe you sweep it all the way around. Taking another inhale. And exhale. Bring the right hand down. Pivot the back foot so the knee is facing the front of the mat, and drop the right knee. Inhale, runner's lunge, sink the hips forward. Exhale, straighten the left leg, lift the chest. Folding. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, holding your half split. Again, you can have your hands further back, you can have your hands on blocks, whatever feels comfortable to you. Inhale, coming back into your runner's lunge. Ground the hands either side of your left foot, and then sweep the left foot up for three-legged dog. And then exhale, knee to nose. Drop the left foot between the hands, drop the right knee, lift the arms up for your low lunge, Anjalayasana. Exhale, bring the hands down and take your vinyasa, stepping back to high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, baby cobra, or lift the thighs and come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, into downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, release. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Bend the knees, look forward and take a step, a jump or a hop to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Little back bend here. And then exhale, bring everything down to your heart center. So we're going to do that exact flow on the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Step the left foot back this time. Left knee grounded. Lift the arms up into your version of low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down and heel toe the right foot to the edge of your yoga mat. Maybe it even comes off the yoga mat. And we're going to set ourselves up for lizard pose. So again, take your variation. Maybe you're having your hands on blocks, or maybe you come down onto your forearms, or maybe for more activation, for more strength training, you lift the left foot up and have an active lizard hold here. Listening to your body and what your body needs today. Because our bodies need different things on different days. Some days you might feel like you have more flexibility, more strength, and some days you might feel like you want to take it down a notch and be more gentle. It's really important to slow down and to listen to what your body is asking for. Okay, so we're going to heel toe the right foot back into the center of our yoga mat. Inhale, runner's lunge. Lift the chest, exhale, half split. And just inhale, come back into your runner's lunge. And bring your right hand to the inner side of your right foot. And we're going to pivot our left foot, so that's parallel to the short side of the mat, sweeping our arms up, coming into warrior two, and relax the shoulders and gaze over your middle fingers. Inhale, and maybe exhale, bend a little bit deeper into that front leg. Inhale, flip the right hand, reverse your warrior, giving your whole side body a nice awakening. Inhale to come up straight into side angle. So your forearm is going to be on your thigh, and you're going to lift the left arm to the sky. Breathing here. Then we're going to inhale, pivot the back foot so it's facing the top of your yoga mat, and come down onto your left knee. Just heel toe that right foot in a little bit more, tuck the left toes, and then bring the hands down either side of that right foot as you sweep the right foot back for three-legged dog. Inhale, lifting, exhale, knee to nose, and step the right foot forward, drop the left knee, lift the arms up to the sky, Anjalayasana. Inhale, drop the hands, look forward. Exhale, step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lift the arms, sweep them up nice and high. Welcome that fresh energy. And exhale, bring everything down back to your heart center. All right, we're going to start to slow it down now. So we're going to come into yogi squat. So I will face you for this one. So traditional yoga squat, I am going to bring the block just to demonstrate. You can have the block on its highest setting and come down and sit yourself on the block with your feet grounded. If you feel the opening of your inner thighs and groin here, then that's perfect. You can stay here. Maybe you bring your hands into prayer pose. The thumbs come together and press into the heart center, and your elbows slightly push the thighs further away from you. You can try it without the block and come all the way down if that feels nice for you. If this doesn't feel good and it feels too painful, then you can widen the stance and you can lift the heels off the mat. So this is doing the same thing. It's just a bit more accessible whilst you're working on opening up your hip flexors and groin area. So find the variation that works for you. Stay here a little bit longer than you would like to this morning. This is quite an intense pose, but it's a really good pose for releasing any heaviness in our body, in our mind. So imagine there are knots in your hips, and with every out-breath, you are untying a knot, giving yourself more freedom and more release with each out-breath. One more inhale, and then bring the hands behind you and come down onto your sitting bones. Whew. And then we'll just take the hands behind us. I have to be wary of some stingy nettles behind me, but you're going to bring your hands behind your back, and we're going to windshield wipe the legs to the left and then to the right. And then bringing ourselves into Janu Shishasana, or half butterfly pose. So your sole of your left foot is going to come on the inner right thigh. As you lift the arms up to the sky, you're going to inhale and then exhale, hinge from the hips as you fold down. So it doesn't matter how deep you fold. You can be up here, you can have blocks either side of you, you can have a block on your knee, and you can come down onto the block. So go where it feels good for your body, and be here for a few breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Nice long exhale. And then using your fingers either side of your leg to gently lift yourself up and out from the pose. Coming up slowly and gently. Then you're going to bend your right shin so that's in front of you, and take your left shin behind you so that it's parallel to the short side of your mat. So you have this zigzag shape. This is known as deer pose. You can stay here. If you can feel a nice stretch here, then you can stay here. If you want a bit more, you can lift the arms up and then exhale, hinge from the hips over your right shin, maybe stacking the forearms, maybe bringing the forehead to a block, or maybe coming all the way down onto the mat. And then using your fingers, press them into the mat as you gently lift yourself up and out from this deer pose. Same thing on the other side of our body now. So our left leg's out long, our right foot is coming to our inner left thigh. We're going to lift the arms up. Inhale, get nice and long. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling, maybe go a little bit deeper. It may feel completely different to the other side. And that's completely normal. So bringing your fingers into the mat. Inhale, lift yourself up. Coming all the way up, very slowly. And then finding our way into deer pose. So our left shin is going to be bent directly in front of us. Inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, folding forward over your left shin. So again, maybe bringing your forehead to a block, maybe bringing your forehead onto your forearms if you're stacking them, or just bringing your forehead all the way down. Feeling the sensations in your body, in your left hip, your glutes, your lower back, your groin, your inner thighs. Taking a deep breath and breathing into the space. Releasing anything that no longer serves us with every exhale. Very slowly bring your fingers to the ground as you gently lift yourself up and out of this deer variation. And then bring the hands behind your back and just windshield wiper once more, just to get the blood flowing. And then we're going to bring ourselves all the way onto our sitting bones, onto our mat, preparing for savasana. So coming all the way down, you're going to bring your right leg down and just bring your left knee into your chest. So you can interlace your fingers on your left shin and just pull that left knee in close towards you as much as it feels good for your body. Maybe even drawing some nice circles, giving your lower back, your sacrum a bit of a massage here. You can take the knee clockwise and then anti-clockwise. And then take your left hand out to the side. And with your right hand on the back of your left knee, you're going to guide the left knee. You're going to guide the left knee over towards the right side. But you're going to keep the left shoulder grounded. That might mean that the left knee is hovering in the air. That's completely okay. You can have your gaze to the sky, maybe over your right shoulder, or maybe for more of an intense twist, having your gaze towards your left fingertips. And inhale, bring that left knee back in towards you. Give yourself one more hug with that left knee. And gently, mindfully release that left leg all the way down onto the mat. And then bring the right knee in, interlace the fingers, squeeze that right knee in towards you, and start to make some circles with the knee. Again, giving yourself a nice massage on your lower back, taking it one direction and then the other direction. And once you've had enough of that, you can take your right arm out to the side, and with your left hand on the outer edge of your right knee, just gently guide your right knee to the left, keeping the right shoulder rooted onto the ground. And again, adjusting your gaze. So for more of an intense twist, you'll want to be looking at your right fingers. You'll feel it in your mid-back. But if that's too much, then have your gaze neutral to the sky or resting your left ear onto the mat. Breathing, staying with our breath, even though we're simmering down now. Still breathing into the sensations that we're feeling in our body. And then very gently come back onto your back. Hug that right knee in one last time. Bring it as close to you as it feels good. And then gently release it all the way down onto your mat. Take a deep breath. Maybe you stretch the arms up above the head, you stretch the toes, you stretch the fingers. You inhale and you exhale, relaxing, coming into your final pose, savasana. So having the feet maybe off the mat or as wide as the mat, having the hands by your sides, taking up as much space as you want, palms facing up. You can gently soften, stay with the breath. With every gentle out breath, see if you can give your body to the mat. Gently start to wiggle a finger or a toe, and then maybe making some circles with the wrists, circles with the ankles. And then when you're ready, roll on over to any side of your mat and just linger in the fetal position for a moment, giving yourself any words of encouragement, any words of support the rest of your day ahead, or even just saying thank you to yourself for waking up, for getting your mat, and for giving yourself this time for self-care. So once again, use your fingers as leverage to bring yourself up into a seated position, just like how we started, bringing our hands once again into prayer pose at our heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I wish you all a peaceful day ahead. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet beginner's vinyasa flow. If you would like to see more content like this, then please like, comment and subscribe, and share this video with anyone who would benefit from a nice morning yoga practice. See you next time.